Let's work now on class discussion 2. We're now dealing with word problems on exponential functions. Let's connect to the world. Now, every time we work with word problems, I want you to always remember the strategy we used for determining important information. We call it as cube. Circle the numbers, underline important keywords, box the problem, and eliminate unnecessary information. So let's work now on problem number 1. So let's use cube. Circle the numbers, underline keywords, and box the questions. I would say circle the numbers. So we only have few numbers involved here. So we have here $500. We have 6%. We have here 3 years. Now, Cassandra bought an antique dresser. So we have here, I would underline antique dresser and the value increases annually. What will be the value of the dresser at the end of 3 years to the nearest dollar? The value of Cassandra's dresser and to the nearest dollar. So this is how we use cube, underline keywords, and circle the numbers, and the last one is box the problem. So the problem here is asking what will be the value of Cassandra's dresser at the end of 3 years to the nearest dollar. So that would be the question. Okay, the next thing that I would like you to do here is try to think now, what would be the next thing that you need to do here once you identified important information? Now, the best indicator that you understand the problem is when you be able to draw diagrams or pictures. So I would suggest that just make a diagram just to illustrate what the problem is all about. So let's draw. Showing what the problem is all about. So the first sentence, we have Cassandra bought an antique dresser. So let's have a dresser here. So I'll just put here a dresser. This is our dresser. And this one cost $500. I will just put here this dresser is $500. Now, the value of her dresser increases 6% annually. Annually means yearly. Okay, so this word here means every year. So this one means yearly. So every year, so this one will increase its value. So this one increase by 6%. So that means after a year, so this is actually year 1, you have some amount of money here. So it changed the number. Okay. Now, every year it increases. I would say it will increase again by 6%. So you have now new money here. So after a year, so this one, year 2, and then increase again by 6%. So you have a new amount of money again here. So this is your year 3, in which you are just for 3 years. So this would be the illustration here. Now, number sense, I just would like you to work out this one using the number sense. How do you calculate the rate of increase? So if you have $500 is the original price here, it increased by 6%. So what is 6% of 500? So how do you find 6% of 500? To To find that, you simply multiply. So change this one actually to decimal. So this would be equal to 0.06. That is 0.06. So that is 6% means 6 per 100. So that is actually 6 divided by 100. That is actually 0.06. And you can do it in the calculator. 6 divided by 100. And that is actually equal to 0.06. So to find how much money, how much it increased here, so this would be 500 times 0.06. This is actually equal to 500 times 0.06. Oh no, 500 times 0.06. So that gives you $30. So you will have an increase for this year for $30. So which means that after year one, that would be now 500 plus 30. That should be equal to $530. You have 500 plus $30. That should be 530. So year one, the new price now of your dresser or the value of your dresser now would be $530. Now year two, what would be the new value now in the second year? So now the new money that you have, the value is 530. So it should be 530 times 0.06. This is actually equal to, so 530 times 0.06, that will be 31.80. So you have here 31.80. So you add that with your year one value. So that should be 530 plus 31.80. That gives you 561.80. So year two, you will now have $561.80. So from 500, it goes to 530. The year two, it becomes 561.80. The third year now, so this should be 561.80 times 0.06. So you have 561.8 times 0.06. That should be 33.708. You add that. So your money, the value now after 3 years would be 561.80 plus 33.708, which is actually equal to 595.50. And approximately this would be equal to the nearest dollar, so this would be $596. Because this one is 5 or higher, that will now add 595 becomes 596. So this one is a number sense understanding actually. But what I'm saying is that would you be willing to do this process? Suppose you have 30 years. Like suppose I change this one into 30 years. Would you be willing to do this process? So that's the problem now when you have big the years now becomes larger. I think this process, this one demonstrates the understanding of the problem, but it's good to have now a shorter way of finding the answer here. So this one now is the shorter way. So using a formula. Using a formula. Okay. Just identify the keyword here is increasing. So that means this problem demonstrates an exponential growth. So this one is increasing. So that means this is an exponential growth. So which means the formula I'm going to use here would be y equals a times b. I will just use the other formula. Uh, a times 1 plus r raised to the exponent x. Okay, a is the beginning amount, and r is the rate in terms of percent, and x is time. Okay, so let's identify now what values do we have here. So we have A is the beginning amount here. We started with $500. We have A is equal to $500, and your X is equal to 3 years, and your R is actually equal to 6%. And this one can be changed to decimal by just dividing 6 over 100, which is actually 0.06. And once you have those numbers, you can just plug it in the formula. So let's plug in the formula. So you have now y equals 500 times 1 plus 0.06, the exponent 3. And we'll just enter that directly in the calculator. So you have here 500 times 1 plus 0.06 exponent 3, then press enter. So you have now 595.50. So this is 595.50, and y approximately is actually equal to $596. You actually get the same answer here. So this one is the value after. So this one is the value of the dresser after 3 years. Okay.